Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, look at your clothes, and realize what had happened. Immediately, your mind starts racing. Am I losing strength? Is my body becoming weak? Is something wrong with me? If you have ever had these thoughts, you are not alone. Thousands of boys panic about this every single day. Some people even start taking random medicines. Some start believing strange internet myths, and some fall into guilty and anxiety. But the real question is nightfall actually a problem, or have we just over exaggerated it? Today, let's talk about the truth behind nightfall, when it's normal or when it's become a problem, and what you can do to reduce it normally. First, let's understand what nightfall actually means. The scientific term for nightfall is nocturnal emission. It happens when body releases semen during sleep, usually along with a sexual dream. This happens mostly during teenage years, adulthood, or even someone who hasn't had sexual release for a long time. Here is something important many people don't know. Your body continuously produces semen. When body produces more than it needs, sometimes it releases it automatically during sleep. It's basically your body's natural pressure release system. So if it happens occasionally, then it is completely normal. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest myths spread especially in India and across Southeast Asia. You might have heard something like this: one drop of semen equal 40 drops of blood. That statement has been repeated for years, but the truth is, there is no scientific evidence supporting this claim. Your body is designed to keep producing reproductive cells continuously. If nightfall happens once in a while, it does not mean your strength is disappearing or your body is becoming weak. In fact, doctors consider occasional nocturnal emissions normal, especially during puberty when hormones are very active. So, the first things you need to remove from your mind is fear. Fear and guilt usually make the situation more worse. Now, let's be honest. Just because nightfall can be normal doesn't mean you should ignore it if it becomes very frequent. If it happens too often, it can sometimes indicate that your mind or lifestyle is out of balance. For example, too much exposure to sexual content, excessive sexual thoughts throughout the day, poor sleep habits, lack of physical activity, or too much sedentary lifestyle. In many cases, the real issue is not nightfall itself. The real issue is the environment you are creating for your mind. Your mind absorbs what you feed it all day. If your mind is constantly filled with stimulation and distraction, that often continues into your dreams. Now, the most important question is, how can you reduce the nightfall naturally? The truth is, you can't just flip a switch and stop it overnight. But if you improve your habits, the frequency often decreases naturally. Here are some practical things that help that I have tried it. Reduce sexual stimulation. Your brain is extremely sensitive to visual stimulation. If you spend hours watching explicit content, scrolling through soft porn, or constantly thinking about sexual topics, your brain stays in a stimulated state. And when your brain is in stimulated state all day, it can easily continue during sleep as sexual dreams. Try to reduce sexual content constantly triggers and those thoughts. Give your brain time to reset and calm down. Stay physically active. One of the best way to balance your body and mind is exercise. Physical activity helps regulate hormones, reduces stress, use up excessive energy, and when your body is active during the day, your sleep becomes deeper and more stable. Many people notice that when they start working out regularly, running, gym, calisthenics, nightfall becomes frequently less. Any active body supports a stable mind. Improve your sleep. Your nighttime habits matter more than you think. Many people lie in bed scrolling through their phone for hours. Late night scrolling keep your phone's brain active and sometimes exposes you to random triggers. Instead, try creating a simple bedtime routine. Stop using your phone about 30 to 60 minutes before sleep because the blue light ray is very much harmful to your eyes when you're trying to sleep. Keep the lights dim. Go to sleep at a consistent time. When your mind is relaxed before sleep, your body is usually calmer too. Number 4. Avoid heavy meals before bed. Eating a very heavy meal before sleeping can make your body uncomfortable during night. Digestion takes energy, and if your body is struggling to digest food while sleeping, your sleep cycle can become disturbed. Try finishing dinner 2 to 3 hours before going to bed and keep it relatively light. This helps your body enter into deep sleep stages. Number 5. Keep your mind busy with meaningful work. One underrated cause for overthinking and excessive sexual thought is boredom. When your mind has no purpose or direction, it naturally drifts toward distraction. But when you are focused on meaningful activities like studying, learning new skills, sports, building something productive, your mental energy get directed towards growth instead of random stimulation. A focused mind is much easier to control. So here's the reality. Nightfall is not a disease. It is simply a natural biological process that happens sometime, especially during teenage and young adult years. Occasional nightfall is normal, but if it happens frequent, it is often a sign that your life or habits or mental environment needs improvement. Instead of panicking or believing internet myths, focus on building a disciplined routine, an active lifestyle, a calm and a focused mind. When your life becomes balanced, many of these problems naturally start disappearing.